Thank you. 8:34 this morning. Repairs on trucks, cars taking a little longer than normal. Supply chain issues. That's the main problem that we've been seeing for years now. Now, labor shortages, high fuel costs, inflation to blame, causing some local drivers to have to wait weeks, even months to have their cars repaired. Our investigative reporter, Jim Haggerty, looking into all of that for us right now. And he says business not necessarily suffering because we do know that the need is there, Jim.
That's right, Whitney. Phil Futrell, president of Auto Body Specialists here in Rockford, says repair shops like his are at the mercy of suppliers, which means these days he has damaged cars sitting at his shop that he can't repair because he can't get the parts. He says he isn't lacking business, but his customers are certainly feeling the pain.
I got cars sitting here since April waiting for parts still.
Futrell is just one auto shop that's at the mercy of a supply chain problem that dates to March 2020, when the pandemic halted the economy and sent millions of people into the unemployment lines. The auto industry has since put most people back to work locally, but with manufacturing hiccups, shipping and transportation problems that go with a host of inflation-related issues, some parts are on back order for months at a time. Along with microchips, airbags, wheels, electronics, and fenders are still not easy to come by. For shops that rely on salvage yards and aftermarket suppliers, there have been fewer snags. But shops like Auto Body Specialists that use original parts are at the mercy of manufacturers.
And there's parts delays, and we focus on using OEM quality manufacturer parts.
Futrell says he's been fortunate that supply chain problems haven't meant less business. For every car that sits without parts, there are more coming in. His business is doing fine. It's his customers who are feeling the squeeze.
So on our end, it's not a problem. On the customer's end, unfortunately, they're waiting for cars or rentals running out. They don't have no cars to drive.
Analysts say rising interest rates, inflation, and energy costs are expected to cause supply chain shortages to continue well into the new year.
Seen that with even people here at our studio too this morning. What are the parts? I know a lot of times it was the catalytic converters, things like that. What are we dealing with right now?
Well, I think a lot of the mass-produced parts that you would get at AutoZone and things like that are experiencing some hiccups, but not a lot. But in the auto body world, it's a backlog.
You gotta be careful.
A lot of those supply chain snarls are causing problems.
All right. Well, Jim, we appreciate your reporting. It is 8:37.